What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So guys, channel membership is now live. Link is in the description and the first comment. Do check it out. That would really help support the channel. So let's start this video with the terrible news. Fouad, one of the biggest voice in bodybuilding right now. He got into a motorbike accident while he was on tour with his friends in California. And he is currently in the emergency room. So reports from his inner circle are saying that he is getting the best possible treatment. But that was a very nasty accident. Now we as bodybuilding fans, we send our best wishes to Fouad and his family for a fast recovery. Now I'm sure most of you guys, you follow Fouad, especially on the bro chat. So those guys, especially him and Ian Valier, they talk a lot about bikes and riding, and Ian was with him in that tour as well. And as a bike owner myself who loves to ride, I can confirm that there is always some risk involved whenever you take your bike out. And I'm gonna say half the time, it's not even the biker's fault. That being said, coming back to bodybuilding, whether you agree with Fouad's opinion or not, you have to admit that his podcast, that generates the maximum amount of views and most amount of engagement. And that is something that plays a big role, a very important factor in growing of this sport. So let's just hope that he recovers fast and he gets back to his family very soon and also gets back to work. And I'm gonna say to all the people who own a bike and who love to ride, please be careful, be safe, and always wear the riding gear. It can definitely save your life. Now let's take a look at some physique updates from today, starting with Brett at 17 weeks out from his Olympia debut. Now he pushed the size game to a whole new level in this off-season, and for his own standards, that's a pretty good sign to have nice abs while being so big and so heavy that at this weight, you can hardly execute that side tricep pose. But still, him being in such a good body composition and having visible abs, that's one hell of an accomplishment. So the training camp has been going in full swing and extremely well, with him and Martin of course. And I have got to say, Brett has stayed laser focused throughout this off-season. He was able to stay very lean at above 270 pounds. And at some point earlier during this year, the man was looking so damn lean that it kind of seemed like that he was gonna compete before the Olympia. But he's just focused on one show, and that is the Olympia. And he wants to make sure that he makes a great first impression on his Olympia debut. And that right now is the ultimate goal. So Brett qualified for the Olympia this year by winning the Legion Sports last year, a show that was scheduled 2 weeks before the Olympia last year. Which means he got more time to focus and prep for this one show than any other guy who's gonna compete at the big show in October. So when he started this offseason, the goal was very clear. He wanted to put on another 5 to 7 pounds of solid muscle on his frame before the Olympia this year to be very competitive against the big boys, against the top guys of this era. Because the thing is, even he himself knew that the look that he presented at the Legion Sports last year, although he won that show, but that just won't stand a chance, especially for a top 10 finish, due to the difference in the size department. Now based on his off-season look, he has made some superb gains. The question right now is that, can he hold on to all that muscle, all that mass, and all that pop while he diets down? So let me ask you guys, where did you guys have Brett placing at his Olympia debut in October? I am so glad to see Ali Edward getting some well-deserved recognition just a few days out before the mighty Dubai Pro, where he's gonna make his second appearance of his pro career. And he's going to try to improve on his placings from last year at this same show, which was 5th. So his transformation from 2019 to how he looks like right now, that has to be one of the most amazing transformation of this past decade. You can see that in his pictures when he was young, that he had awesome genetics even back then. But no matter how great your genetics are, how good you are put up together, putting on 90 plus pounds of muscle in 6 years, that requires extreme amount of work and pure dedication and resilience. And bodybuilding, we all know, isn't an easy sport. And it takes a lot of mental strength to put on that much muscle mass. So what we are looking at right now, that is a mass monster with some amazing aesthetics, great muscle quality, and that physique right there is what many people out there consider to be the dark horse going into this year's Dubai Pro event. Now Ali knows he has to be a lot better from his last year's Dubai Pro version to be able to place top 5 one more time this weekend, simply because the depth of the lineup this time around, that is a lot deeper than last year. We have so many amazing guys, some superb talent coming into this show. But Ali Edward also is not only bringing new size, but also a lot of quality. And also his stage presence, that is also superb. So hopefully he will get a fair look by the judges. So let me know what did you guys think about this transformation. And let me know if you guys think he can be top 5 one more time. Next up, we have an update from Andrew Jack, the Mona Lisa of bodybuilding. So he's 10 weeks post his FIBO Germany win. So he must be fully recovered from that very long prep that he did for the Arnold and FIBO Germany. And before that, he was of course in prep for the Olympia last year. So some off time, that was definitely well deserved. But now that Andrew is reaching that 17 weeks out mark, he's building up the intensity one more time and pushing the limits again in the gym. So 8 plates on the bar for easy 8 reps. That is some very impressive strength right there. Now the judges were pretty much satisfied with how Andrew's upper back looked at this past Arnold, Ohio. But that being said, in my opinion, he's still nowhere close in comparison to those top 4 guys at the Olympia. Because I'm gonna say 3 of them, they have amazing backs, with Derek and Nick having the best. Hadi I'm gonna put behind them, and then Samson Dauda, who has also brought up his back tremendously. So more than anything, what Andrew truly needs, there are more hamstrings and better detail in the glutes. And apparently, as per the judges, he needs bigger quads from the front. Especially if you take a look at the physique that he brought at this year's Arnold, Ohio. As per the head judge Steve Weinberger, he needed bigger legs from the front too. Now, I must say Andrew has a better structure than Samson Dauda, but he's lacking some thickness in those side shorts. So a guy with those kind of genetics, that is always gonna be a very big threat to any big title, and that includes the Olympia and the Arnold too. Now, it will be very interesting to see whether Andrew finally breaks the curse of showing up less than 100% at the Olympia this time. Because for whatever reason, the 3 Olympias that he has done so far, he was off in every single one of them. So Logan Franklin isn't afraid of Ramondino's fans. And just when a Brazilian page posted this 12 weeks out physique update of him with this caption, Logan very quickly fired back with this response. So a context in regards to that is, when Logan made a prediction that him, Mike, and Terence Ruffin, they're gonna make top 3 at this year's Miss Olympia in Classic, leaving out guys like Ramondino and Urs Kalashinsky. That is when this battle that started on the social media between him and the fans. Now Logan has been putting in work non-stop since this year's Arnold, Ohio, where the man delivered the performance of a lifetime, his all-time best, without any shadow of a doubt. And he placed second behind Mike Sommerfeld, beating guys like Matt Brego, Vasily Vazers, and Michael Dabo. And the feedback that he got was bring a more denser, more thicker back. And his entire focus after this past Arnold, Ohio, for this short off season, that has been on his back, because his back is that one area where he's not even close to guys like Mike and Terence Ruffin. Even Ramondino, he has one of the best backs in Classic Physique division. So from 2019 Tampa Pro, where Logan made his Classic Physique debut, to now, his physique has evolved tremendously. And what we saw at this past Arnold, Ohio, that was probably one of the best physique presented on the Arnold Classic stage in Classic Physique. So, do you guys think Logan has a chance at cracking top 3 at the Olympia this year? So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.